Brent Rivera is straight up creepy. And not in the might stab you in the chest while you walk home from work kind of way, but in the genuinely disgusting obsession with children kind of way. And it's honestly just foul. If you don't know who Brent Rivera is, you're incredibly lucky, and if I were you, I would stay blissfully ignorant for as long as humanly possible. But if you really want to know, he's a YouTuber with 25 million subscribers, and looking at his content and how genuinely AI generated the titles are to fit a child's interest, you can really tell that all 25 million of them are below the age of 15. Now, a lot's gone on with him recently, a lot of drama, a lot of bullshit. Like, he had this beef with this YouTuber Tyler Oliveira recently, and honestly, I won't even be talking about that. The way I look at it is it's two douchebag Mr. Beast wannabes that had a who's more famous pissing match, and Brent Rivera with his army of children that he may or may not be attracted to won. Honestly, all you need to know about this, it's just stupid YouTube drama, and it, might end in a boxing match that makes both of them even more rich, so it's a real win-win. But what's not a win-win is if you're a child within 10,000 miles of Brent Rivera, there is a very high possibility that he will try to get you in a video so that he can be straight up weird and make genuinely uncomfortable content for his audience of naive children that now think things like adults they just met touching their feet is an okay thing.
I have to massage her feet. This is embarrassing, Brad. Oh god. I'm trying.
I don't think I need to go into detail about how that's just straight up not a good thing to do in a video, but to do things like this and blast it out to an audience of children is just straight up evil. Brent Rivera is someone that is a massive influence on children, and he always has been. I mean, ever since he started making videos on Vine, his content has always been about relating to the youth and trying his best to seem like one of them. But instead of growing up and adapting to his audience as they move on through their life, he is still just fixated on using little kids as content to the point of making a video showcasing him taking care of 100 children for a day. And this video is far from innocent, with things like one of his grown-ass friends having their pants down.
Is this your kid?
Yeah, these are all my kids.
Dude, he's been pantsing people all day.
Yeah, it's me too. Wait, what?
And a child asking one of Brent's other grown-ass friends to take off his shirt.
I double dare you to take off your shirt right here.
Take off my shirt?
And in the video, it makes this part seem as if the little girl just asked that out of nowhere. But with how scripted all of his videos are, I really do think that he actually asked her to say that, which is just fucking creepy. And honestly, so is just making content about children in the first place. Now, this could be an okay thing, right, if it was completely innocent. But throughout his massive collection of videos based around children, I have not been able to find a single one that isn't just straight up weird. And my problem isn't with content that includes children, it's with Brent Rivera, a person who posts mainly videos with weirdly sexual undertones to clickbait his audience of kids, now including that audience of kids in the videos. Sexual content being sprinkled in his channel along with child content is fucking weird and just shouldn't exist. I mean, you could use the argument that he means well and I'm the one making it weird, but I'm just simply pointing out the shit that is in these videos that he knows he's doing. If he didn't want to make the videos weird, he wouldn't make thumbnails like this. He knows exactly what he's doing because that has been his content forever. His videos have always been weird, and the appeal he's going for is videos that are so genuinely just crazy and gross that you can't help but click on them, especially if you're an impressionable child. Just a few years ago, his content was about making his younger sister do things and then advertising them as if he caught her doing it. And yes, this is weird, right? Very fucking weird. But even though she was the younger sibling, she was still of age to be doing these sorts of things in the videos. But now that his content has shifted over to primarily children being in his videos, the creepy level didn't change with it. So not only are his videos just weird and uncomforting, they should straight up not be allowed on YouTube. And I seriously don't understand this guy's grip on this platform. Recently, he's been taking down people's videos about him and, outright claiming that they are re-uploading his content, even though all of them fall under fair use in literally every possible way. It's crazy how he's able to get YouTube to do things like that, but when he makes a video about children and within the first minute he has one of his goons rubbing their feet, his video is perfectly fine and actually does really well. And it isn't just YouTube having no rules about children. Actually, YouTube has taken down thousands of channels for even just having children on them, some of which are completely innocent and just made brain dead borderline Cocomelon content. This honestly just shows how much of a death grip Brent Rivera has on this platform. But that doesn't stop people who are above the age of 10 and actually have working brains from seeing his content how it really is. is. And without sugarcoating it even a little bit, his content is abusing children's innocence to make money. I shouldn't have to be the one to say that what he does and the way he advertises it is wrong. YouTube, being the company that pays him for taking advantage of children, should have stepped in and said something like, hey, maybe don't talk about kids throwing it back on TikTok, or better yet, don't make children your main focus on your videos and go back to milking views out of your sister, you money-hungry, clout-chasing, sellout son of a bitch. I think maybe that would get the point across that he's fucking creepy. But let's back it up a little. I brought up that he talked about kids throwing it back on TikTok, and no matter how much I wish I was, I am not making that shit up whatsoever. 6 months ago from the time this video was posted, Brent Rivera dropped the absolute banger known as This Kid Acts Like She's 21 Years Old, the song. And if that title isn't enough to justify why I think he's fucking creepy, the song itself really helps push that point across. Now, I'm not going to play the song in fear that my entire channel would be wiped from the face of the platform if I even played one word, but I'll read you out a few lines to get you a bit of an understanding of what weird shit this guy's on. Okay, here's one of the lines. I see him acting so much older with their complicated Starbucks orders. Only 12 years old, but they glowed up. Only 12 years old, but they glowed up. I mean, really let that sink in. What the actual fuck? Now, if you don't know what that means, the phrase glow up refers to a major and impressive transformation in appearance. So basically, he just, by definition, called 12-year-olds hot. I mean, seriously, like, what the fuck? And not to mention the fact that the line doesn't even really fit into the song. I mean, he did not have to include it, but he made it a point to keep it in. Brent, you are not a child anymore. You have got to get that through your head. You are a grown-ass adult. And saying things like that in an attempt to fit in with your army of children is not funny. It's not a good point. It's fucking creepy. Nothing else. It makes you look like a fucking creep. Oh, and that's not all. No, that would be way too tame for Mr. Not Allowed Anywhere Near a School Zone Rivera. No, that's not even close to all of it. Get ready for this one. They're in relationships, they got boyfriends and girlfriends, and they are only 6. When I was that age, I was still getting cooties, not going on dates all alone to the movies. Now you see him throw it back on TikTok. One more time. Now you see him throw it back on TikTok. I mean, really, this guy is just the Eminem for child predators. I mean, really, just impressive stuff. But for real though, you can't see a verse that includes the words "they are only 6" and throwing it back on TikTok and not think that something's up. And honestly, I understand the point of the song. I do. I mean, it's a song about how the world has changed and made having a childhood non-existent. I get that. But there are far more things he could have used to prove his point. I mean, he could have talked about how not too long ago kids were literally eating fucking Tide Pods for an attempt at fame, or how 71% of children at the age of 12 own cell phones, not how kids are throwing it back on TikTok. I mean, seriously, who the fuck is allowing this man on TikTok? If you take a look at the youth and all you see is them twerking on an app, you have a serious problem. Also, I would just like to mention the fact that TikTok mainly shows you content that you like. So I'm just saying, like, it's fucking weird. I mean, seriously, bro's got some explaining to do because I, and probably everyone watching this, have literally never seen a kid throw it back on TikTok. Ever. And honestly, until I listened to this ear-fucking awful excuse of a song, I was blissfully unaware of what children were doing because I am way too damn old to invest my time finding out. It's just fucking weird. I mean, there's really no way around it. What Brent Rivera does is genuinely some, well, I was actually coming out here to pick up a cupcake type shit. And I would honestly not even be slightly surprised if he was caught in an actual EDP type scenario. And going back to the song, how do you even explain this? I mean, seriously, I know Brent is like the head of his channel, but I'm sure his little goons have some type of say in what goes on the channel. And how the fuck did he explain this song to them? I mean, seriously, bro showed up one day and was like, yeah, guys, I was really thinking about making a song. Oh yeah, Brent? That would be an amazing idea, seeing how all of your other songs you've made have been amazing. I mean, with hits like Sister Diss Track and Thank You, Brent, there's no way this could go wrong. What's your idea for the song? Well, you know, I was thinking about making a song about how, kids and how much I love seeing them throw it back on TikTok. Ooh, okay, well, I like where your head's at. I think it's an amazing idea. But, you know, just a few tweaks. How about we still make a song about that, but we mask it as a song about how children act older, as to associate children with a 21-year-old so it's not weird? Holy shit, that's a great idea. I mean, honestly, thinking about this makes me wonder how he explains any of this. I mean, seriously, like, how the fuck did he explain a video about him and his friends wrestling a 10-year-old girl? And how in the absolute fuck did he get a kid's parents to allow him to take care of their kid for a day? And not only that, but how did he convince 100 parents to just give up their kids? I mean, Brent Rivera is really revolutionizing the game here. I mean, seriously, everybody else is riding free candy on their white van, and he's riding free clout on his Cybertruck. This guy truly just brings a new definition to we are not the same. This guy is the fucking Mr. Beast of getting a kid alone in a room with him. I mean, this man is an Olympic kidnapper and is making it onto the Forbes 30 under 30 for doing so. If you don't see the problem, I don't know how to make it more obvious. All jokes aside though, Brent is just straight up weird, and I don't understand why I don't see anyone talking about this. I mean, everyone is so caught up with Brent and Tyler Oliveira acting like toddlers, they don't see the real issue of Brent legitimately being creepy to toddlers. Anyway, I think I've gotten my point across. Brent, just because you think you're a child doesn't mean you can be attracted to them. And children, first of all, why are you watching this? And second of all, if you see this man, run away and hide, and whatever you do, do not, and I mean never, ever accept an invitation to be on one of his videos. Oh, and parents, what the fuck are you doing allowing some creepy ass YouTuber to take care of your kids? I mean, come on, use your brain for 1 fucking second. Anyways, subscribe to the channel or Brent Rivera is gonna show up at night and start tickling your feet. Also, look at bro's profile picture. Like, who the fuck you trying to raise?